YouTube, good morning and welcome back to a new video. Alright, thank you to anyone who's decided to tune in today. I reckon this video might get like 300 to 500 views if I'm lucky. Alright, so any of you boys who decided, you know what, I'm going to give Sam's YouTube channel a chance today. Alright, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, alright? And this video, right, what is going on with the hair, boys? This YouTube video is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a full day of eating, and I basically have stopped my diet. I was dieting for 15 weeks, so I just completed week 15, and I spoke with Dylan and I stopped my diet. It was more so my decision, and Dylan kind of saw my perspective and agreed with it. I will be explaining the reasons as to why I chose to do that later on in the video. It was a hard decision. I haven't said it to anyone. Nobody else knows. I think I've told like 2 of my mates. I haven't said it on Instagram, not Snapchat, not TikTok. I've been very cautious of saying it because I know it will come across as me having kind of like a weak mentality and someone who can't finish something they said they were going to do. I took off, 14 kilos? 13 kilos. It was a very, very tough 15 weeks, and it taught me things that nothing else in this life is going to teach me. I really, really mean that. It was very, very hard. But yeah, I will explain all of that in video. Okay, I will do a little sit down at the end or something. But this video is going to be a full day of eating. We are currently reversing out of the diet, and the goal here is to gain as little fat as we can. I've gained, I think, 0.4 of a kilo in the last 3 days, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, I'm really not worried, and I am being 100% adherent and consistent with the food I'm tracking. Said everyone ever, but I actually am, and I can hold myself accountable to that. So yeah, but the first thing is, to start this day, I have 20 minutes of cardio to do 4 days a week. So you know exactly where we're going, boys. We're going down to the bike, and I'll see you there. Alright boys, last minute of the 20 minutes cardio. Let's get it. Mission completed. Good motherfucking Monday, fuckers. Whew! 20 minutes cardio. Obviously this has gotten dropped from 50, so 20 minutes is pretty fucking easy for me, to be honest. 50 now was a bit of a mental task of just being right, once I get to 25 I know I'm halfway. 50 minutes all at once is a long bit of cardio. It takes an hour of your day every day, so you know, it's fucking hard. But yeah, 20 minutes done. Right, okay, so I actually posted on TikTok, funny story this. So we went to a festival Friday called All Together Now, right? And I actually made a little video on TikTok of me sneaking into it. But then we got caught and we got brought home in a paddy wagon, man, which is kind of fucking hilarious. But I had no way home from that festival, so the paddy wagon actually kind of clutched. For anyone who doesn't know what a paddy wagon is, although I'd assume most of you will, it's like the big Garda car, it's like the Garda van, but they just brought us home. So we literally were trying to get back into, so we went out to the tents and then try to get back into one of the stages, and they just security randomly checked us, realised we had no tickets, called the guards. Guards brought us back into Port Lawland. Guards are actually dead on. I'd say in total I had about 2 vodka whites. I just could not stomach any drink, whether it was the diet, just being on low food, or just fucking being fried. I could not stomach anything, man. I was literally sober for the whole thing. I just couldn't I couldn't get it into me, man. I don't know what it was, and it was pissing me off as well. I was like, oh my god, why does this just taste awful? So it was actually really frustrating because I was just at the whole festival sober, and I'd never been to a festival before. But nonetheless, okay, that's a story time for another day. I'm actually making that story time on TikTok today, so I need to upload that. But plan now is to go for a shower. Then I will be eating meal 1. I probably will do the sit down explanation of why I stopped the diet then as well. And we'll be going to the gym. I'm probably not going to bring the camera into the gym. I might upload some clips from my phone, but just with doing the explanation of why I stopped the diet and a full day of eating, this video is going to be long enough as it is. I've just done 4 minutes of waffling. I'm going to grab a shower and then I will chat to you then, alright? Hello and welcome back. So I am now going to address the whole situation with the diet, why I stopped it, and where my head is at. So yeah, I suppose yesterday I kind of was feeling this for the last kind of week or so. But if you've been following me, you'll have know I'm deep into a diet, or I was. I was 15 weeks in, and this last week has been probably the hardest week of my life. This last week and the week before, like if you've been following me on social media and stuff, like, you know, I do a lot of hard things, you know what I mean? Like I always push myself, like day-to-day stuff, you know, whether it's on a run, in the gym, stuff like that. But this, like mentally, like the one thing I've learned about this diet was that, like, if you're on a 5K run, right, and you're pushing yourself, you push yourself for that 20 minutes or that 30 minutes, however long it is. With a diet, with kind of like losing a lot of weight, it's like day in, day out. You can't slip up, like you can't miss, you know. And that's something I found really hard about it. Like, I am a big advocate of work hard, play hard. As cringe as that sounds, like, I'm not some robot bodybuilder. I'm fucking not. If you've been following me, you know I'm not a robot bodybuilder. I will never be one. I love nights out. Like, I'm a college student. I love hanging out with the lads. I love going out for coffee with the lads. I love meeting the lads for food. And I have a lot of close mates. And what you realise is, once you kind of really dial in on a diet, you just can't do that. I mean, you can't really do that stuff anymore, man. Like, you can, but like, you can never go out for food with the lads. If the lads are going for a drink, you can't even have one drink. Like, yes, you can go and meet up with them, but it just makes things so much harder. Like, even say, like, when I was going out to, say, one of the lads' house to play pool or something, like, it's like you have to pre-pack your meals, you have to bring your food out to their house. You can't just, like, get something on the go, whether that's a protein bar or a protein shake. Like, I could at the start of the diet, but it was at the stage where I was on, like, 2,000 calories, or 2,100, I think. And, like, which might not sound like a low amount of food to most people, but when you've been eating to, like, 3,000 plus for, like, fucking 4 years, man, it's a pretty low amount of food, right? And it was getting to the stage where I couldn't even, like if I was going out for the day, I'd have to have like 3 meals with me. And yeah, man, like, I just thought it was taking so much away from my happiness and my life, as cringe as and as deep as that sounds. Like, it was all I was thinking about. Like, all I was thinking about was, fuck, like, you know, you couldn't really do anything, like, with any bit of initiative, because everything that you had to do needed to be planned. Because, like, even if when the lads rang me and was like, man, do you want to go out for a day? You can't really say yes to those kind of things, because I'm like, fuck, I've not done my steps. Like, I was on 15,000 steps every day, or 14,500. I was like, I haven't done my steps. I have 50 minutes cardio to do. I can't miss a gym session. I have 4 meals that I have to have pre-prepped that have to be the exact same. It's like, no, I can't do that. You know what I mean? And it was just like, it was at the stage where I was like, right, I'm not going to be a bodybuilder. Like, this diet has told me I will never, ever do that. And I have so much respect for people who do it, but it's something I'll never do. So, yeah, I guess that's why, man. And just recently, like, obviously, I feel like I've said, if you've been following me about a million times, but if you've been following me, all right, so if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram, all right, but you probably know I am setting up an event, and, like, the amount of time and dedication I've given to this event for nothing in return. Like, me and Johnny aren't earning a penny off it. By the way, if you want a ticket, links my Instagram bio. There's 30 something left. Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. in Extreme, all right? But I'll get onto that later. But the amount of time that took, and stress that took, and like, when you're dealing with stuff like that, man, I had so much going on outside of, like, the diet. And I was just like, look, like, this just isn't worth it for me. Like it just wasn't. I'm very, very proud of the work I've done, but I knew it was time to call a spade and just finish it. And I felt like I almost let myself down in a sense. And I felt like I had let my followers down. That's why I still haven't posted about it on Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok. Because I'm fucking a bit nervous to post about it, man. I feel like I've almost let some people down. And it's tough for me to say this kind of stuff, because it's usually not something I have to say to a camera. But it is the truth. It's where I'm at. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it. So I probably won't speak about it much on TikTok and Instagram. So it's probably just going to be this video. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of it, really. It was just taken away from my happiness, man. And if there's one thing I've learned in this life, is that happiness is key. Yes, there's a time and a place to sacrifice it, but man, holy fuck, the amount of sacrifices I made in that 15 weeks was a lot more than I've ever made before in my life. I'm going to leave that part there. I'm now going to make meal one. I have a whole new plan from Dylan. By the way, right, Dylan Spillane has been the saving grace on this whole last 15 weeks. Like, that man, day in, day out, has helped me so fucking much. I can forever call him a great friend of mine, because like, even when I texted him yesterday, like, or the day before I think it was, like, I was fucking nervous about texting him, like, because it's obviously not nice, like, doing stuff like that. Like, it's not something you want to do, because I felt like I was letting him down. But like, he just explained to me that he's my coach for my goals, you know what I mean? And he explained that, you know, he was proud of me, and that meant a lot to me, you know. So having people that do back you is so fucking, like, man, words can't describe how grateful I am for him. So yeah, Dylan, if you're watching this, shout out Dylan, alright? I'll leave his Instagram on the screen. Fucking legend, man. He's helped me so much over the last 15 weeks, and I'm so grateful for him. But nonetheless, going to get into meal one now. And yeah, that is Sam O'Hara, boys. That is me in a nutshell. All right, there's Sam O'Hara all opened up. Right, let's make breakfast. So, meal one, right? By the way, lads, this t-shirt, yeah? Now, this isn't sponsored. Well, I don't know if I have to say it's sponsored or not, but the lads sent me out a t-shirt, right? So the company is called Crisp Chili, all right? The boys are from Dublin, as far as I'm aware. But I actually think their stuff is so fresh, man. Like, I actually really, really like it. Like, this is the kind of stuff I'll be wearing on nights out and stuff. So yeah, if you want to check them out, do. They have some nice clobber over on their Instagram. So yeah, Crisp Chili. But anyways, right. So meal one is my protein oats. Now, I had this every single day in my diet. Like, this, the odd day I had like the bagel meal. I assume you saw that. So like, that was like a bagel, bacon medallions, chicken, cheese, lettuce, butter, mayo. So that was that meal. But this meal, man, has been genuinely a lifesaver. And I basically have 80 grams of oats, and with that I will also have 30 grams of a Grenade protein bar. I was going to bring it back up to 60, but I'm actually not, just because I know a Grenade protein bar probably isn't the best source of protein, and the bang for your buck you get from it. Like, the thing about the protein bars is, right, they say it has 20 grams of protein, right? But it also has 20 grams of carbs and 10 grams of fat, as far as I'm aware. If I have that right, I think I do. But the protein bar has 20 grams of protein, but then it also has the exact same amount of carbs and half as amount of fat. So like, your bang for your buck isn't nowhere near as good as what you would get from a whey. Okay, so this obviously has, this is 21 grams of protein, right? 3 grams of fat, so it has way less fat. So like, obviously the protein bar, you have 10 grams of fat. It has 4 grams of carb. Just when you are choosing your protein sources, be very wise. I would always recommend a whey when possible. But for me, like, I just had a little mini protein bar in my oats, just because, man, the taste it brought to it was so good. Okay, so, like, if you are just eating foods you don't like, you will struggle on your diet. I'm just gonna say it to you, unless you are a dialed in robot bodybuilder, but I'm not one of those. So, but I also had 250 milliliters of light milk. Okay, once again, every single bodybuilder watching this is gonna hate me, but I just like milk, man. And I don't really want to have water in my oats. So medium high heat, okay, and then we are going to put, so I put it on like 6, like level 6, if that sounds right. This is how much of a protein bar I use, like literally 30 grams. So I just cut it in half every morning. Then we are going to mix that around, and you're basically just going to let that cook. Now, whilst that is cooking, we're going to make our whey paste, okay, which is something I've learned how to make. We're also going to cut up our strawberries, so let's do that. Okay, so making a whey paste was never something that I would say I'm good at. But I have a vague idea on how to make it. Okay, so in this little jug, right, I have 50 milliliters of water. Okay, now I'm going to be using 40 grams of whey. Now, if there is any bodybuilders or anyone who makes this whey paste, please comment if I'm doing it wrong. All right, but this is just how I do it. So I go with, like, I was going with a 1-to-1 ratio, so like 40 grams of whey, 40 grams of water. But I started with kind of like a 1-to-2 ratio. So I'm now going 40 grams of water, or 50 grams of water and 40 grams of whey. So I think that's 1-to-2 ratio, I'm not sure. But I use 40 grams of whey and 50 milliliters of water. That's how I do it, okay? Whether that's right or not, I don't fucking know, all right? But get your fork, and then you're basically just gonna swish this around, and then it should come out as like kind of like a pasty material. So it should be like it should just like fall onto your oats then, just like that. So I'm gonna swirl this around, cook my oats, cut my strawberries, and then I'll catch you for the final product. Just pour this over. Oh, I should have done a close-up of this, man. Oh well. I think there's like 600 calories in this. But yeah, man, so good. All right, so good. All right, I'm gonna scran this now. And then we are off to the gym. So this is always my pre-workout meal. Like, it's very, very rare that I swap it up from this, or I swap it out from this. This just gives me like all the nutrients and all the energy that I need to do my session. All right, so just ate meal one. And something else I forgot to mention as well is that I am still having my intra workout. So all throughout my diet, this was at 25 grams of intra, so the carbs, and just a scoop of Hydromax. So I will still be having that, so I just wanted to record that to make sure you all know that. Once again, like, I would really recommend using an intra no matter what phase you are in, a diet, a bulk, no matter what it is. This is my favourite, the Carb X one, the Fruit Burst one. I just think it tastes unreal. If you want it, get it off Ambition Nutrition. I will leave their Instagram up on the screen, and use code SAM10 to save you a bit of money. Alright, and it supports me. I don't know, do I get like €3 off it or something? So yeah, if anyone fancies making me fucking rich, get your stuff off Ambition Nutrition, yeah? So, once again, 26 grams, so a gram over, I am fucked. And then a scoop of Hydromax, and I would literally just let that filter in. I would also recommend getting a filter as well, lads, because like, I was using pieces of paper and it was the most awkward thing ever. So yeah, that is my pre-workout meal, the oats meal, and my intra, which I will have throughout my session, and I will aim to finish kind of, what am I training? I'm trying to push. So I aim to finish this before my last 2 tricep exercises and my last delta exercise. So it just gives me the energy to finish off the sessions. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll either see you in the car or maybe in the gym or after the gym. I'm not sure, but I'll chat to you soon. Hello YouTube. We are out in Tesco car park at the moment. Yo, just joined gym there. Gonna go in now and do a shop. It's absolutely lashing down, so I don't really want to be standing here for too long. So yeah, let's go pick up some bits that I need for the week and see how we get on. I'd say, right, I could nail the whole Tesco deli. Is that a thing, Tesco deli? You know, like all the biscuits and the croissants in there. Oh, I'd say I'd eat them all in one go. I'm starving boys. Alright boys, so I've just picked up raffle tickets, because on the night of the event we will be doing the raffle at it and giving away a lot of prizes, so I needed to get tickets. There's a few other things I need to get, but I can't think of them right now. But yeah, Buzz and I've picked those up because we need those. We definitely need those. On another love, another love. That's fucking depressing. I think every NPC ever shops in Tesco. It's just the harsh truth. Alright boys, we are home from the gym. I've just done a shop. Oh my god, the price of food in Ireland, boys, is just depressing. So I'll take you through everything I got. So, iceberg lettuce, we'll put this in like my potato meals, any of that kind of stuff. 5% fat mince, I'll always go for 5%, obviously when I'm in a diet. Like, I know I'm reversing out now, but I technically am still in a diet. So always go 5% fat. Bacon medallions, just a staple in my diet. Peppers, once again, another staple. Frozen raspberries, just because I can't afford actual ones. Are they frozen? Yeah, they are frozen. They're so much cheaper than actual raspberries, so a little life hack for you. Light milk, just because, I mean, who doesn't like light fucking milk, Sam. Okay, more peppers. Lighter butter, I will have that with... Fuck, I forgot bagels. Fuck! I forgot bagels. Alright. Ready cut potatoes. These are way more expensive than baby potatoes. Don't know why I bought them. Stupid decision. Will learn for next time. But I really wanted some, and they look so good, man. So said I'd treat myself. Another packet. Actual baby potatoes for when I am arsed to make my own chips, and then more frozen fruits. Burger buns, 5 chicken breasts, so a kilo of chicken, well, 945 grams. More medallions, then I also got cans of 7-Up. I think that's it then. I got pens, just because I'm going to fucking Canada and I have to repeat an exam, so I need to study. If I buy these, it means I will study. That is everything. I'm going to make another meal now. No idea what it'll be, but I will catch you when I'm making it. Oh, feast your eyes on that, boys. Have a look at that. Would you like that, Riley? You fucking would, wouldn't you? You would? You would? Right. Meal number 2. we have brioche bun, we have 200 grams of chicken, we have half an onion, we have lettuce, we have lighter than light mayo, we have 200 grams of chips, and yeah, I think that's everything. One bacon medallion. So kind of like an off-plan, on-plan, really, really tasty meal. Only came out as well at like just shy of 700 calories, so not too bad at all. Gonna scran this now. Boys, look at this, look. I mean, come on, son. Gonna scran this now, and then when the lads are coming over, we're doing a bit of study for my economics repeat, and I'll catch up with you after that. Yo, my beautiful people, what is happening? So, just did that study session there with one of my mates, as you probably all know if you follow me on Instagram. Oh my god, how many times am I going to say that? But if you follow me, alright, you'll know that I have to repeat economics in about 2-3 weeks time. So I'm just doing a good bit of study for that while I can, because I really, really can't fail that. Because if I fail that, it means I can't go to Canada, alright? And I really don't want to miss out on Canada, okay? But, alright, so when I was in the diet, I was on 14,500 steps every day, which meant I started my day with a walk, I finished it with a walk, and throughout the day, I'd try and do like 30 minutes on the treadmill before or after my gym session, usually after, just because I needed to break up those steps. It was a lot of steps, but now, since I suppose I'm out of the diet, they've been dropped to 10,000, so that means I'm trying to get 2 walks a day, just so I can bring the dogs out on a walk, just to keep them happy. So it just means I get to take away that 30-minute walk that I usually would have done in the gym, and I don't actively have to think about walking all day, which is nice as well. So just out for a walk now with Riley, which should help my digestion as well. And then I'm gonna go home, maybe do a bit of client work. Actually, I do have a few check-ins to do. If anyone's interested in coaching, hit me up, all right? And yeah, gonna do a few check-ins, and then I will be back for meal number 3. So I'll chat to you then. Recovery is key, boys, alright? Remember that. Going for a bath. I basically just want to chill out and do nothing for an hour, so I made an excuse of getting into a bath. But that's my plan. Going for a bath now, then I'm going to have meal number 3. So I'll see you then. Welcome back. So, just back from my bath. Going to make another meal now. I think, so the way that I'm doing it now is I'm not exactly going for calories. I'm just following the exact macros, or getting as close as I can to the macros that Dylan has given me. So he's given me 235 grams of protein on my training days. He's also given me 298 grams of carbs, and then 55 grams of fat. So that is my training day meals, or my training day goals, okay? So I'm not looking at calories, I'm looking at macros. And I've had a good bit of carbs there. I think I've had like 170 or something. So the next meal, I'm gonna not take away carbs, but I'm just not looking for a carb dense meal, okay? So I'm gonna go for my bagel meal, because I know in my bagel meal there is 55 grams of protein, and there's also there's not as many grams of carbs. Boys, you know when I say I'm a chef, right? This is what I mean, okay? Look at that. Look at that. Like, bro, that is, like, this meal is so good, man, and I love having it. It feels like a cheat meal. Alright, so I'm going to eat this now. This is meal 3, and I'll chat to you in a bit. Boys, little snack that I'm having. So, controversial one, I suppose. A bag of jellies, never good. But this is Nutri-Jellies. There's 100 calories in the bag and 6 grams of protein. They're literally curing my cravings. Cravings are so high at the moment. So just gonna have this bag and a Coke Zero whilst I'm watching a movie. Boys, what's happening? So we are back in the kitchen, all right? And we are here for the last meal. Now I was going to have mince and pasta, but I've decided against it, as actually my protein oats meal, if I was to have that again, matches my macros a lot better. So I'm going to get out the total macros for you now. And like, obviously, like, the main goal of mine is hitting the macros Dylan gave me. And I'm not too fussed by having the same meal twice in a day, especially when it is my oats, because they are very, very nice and I do really like them. So yeah, I'll run through the total macros now after this meal, obviously. So my goal from Dylan is 235 grams of protein. I hit 232, so I'm quite happy with that. My carbs are 298. I hit 298 on the dot. And my fat goal is 55. I hit 53. So I pretty much fucking nailed it today, and I'm quite proud of myself. You know, as cringe as that might sound. I'm happy, you know. That was a great day of eating, and I got to eat all the foods I like, and I still hit the goals that Dylan gave me. So
Pat on the back for Sam. All right, good stuff. So, gonna have this meal now. You all know it, as I literally made it this morning. The only difference is this morning I had 80 grams of oats. Now I'm gonna have 60 grams, just because my carbs, I can't afford to have another 20 grams, which is okay with me because it's my last meal and I am not like starving here. So it should sort me out. So I'll catch you when I'm eating the last meal. All right, boys. This is what we're working with. So final meal, some of the measurements are a bit different. So 60 grams of oats, 30 grams of Grenade protein bar, 200 milliliters of light milk, 50 grams of strawberries, 50 grams of frozen raspberries, 30 grams of whey mixed in with about 45 mils of water. So that's the ratio I went for, and the whey paste looks a lot nicer. And that's a wrap. That's my last meal, okay? And that's a full day of eating, all right? And a bit of an honest update on my, I suppose, training journey, you know, opening up about my diet and where I'm at mentally. So yeah, I appreciate anyone who watched this video, all right? I'd say there's about 10 people who made it this far. So if you did make it this far, I appreciate you, all right? Thank you. Drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new, or if you haven't already. Is that what they say? I think that's what they say. And I'll catch you boys all in the next video.